A practical approach to supply chain risk management. In the last decade, a number of organizations have been rocked by unforeseen supply chain vulnerabilities and disruptions, leading to recalls costing hundreds of millions of dollars in industries ranging from pharmaceuticals and consumer goods to electronics and automotive. And multiple government organizations and private businesses have struggled with cybersecurity breaches, losing critical intellectual property due to failures in the supplier ecosystem. At the heart of these crises is a common theme: the lack of robust processes to identify and successfully manage growing supply chain risks as the world becomes more interconnected. New threats, such as cyber ransom attacks, are emerging alongside more traditional and longer acknowledged supplier risks, such as supplier bankruptcy. The challenge of supply chain risk management has been exacerbated by globalization, where even sensitive products like defense systems use raw materials, circuit boards, and related components that may have originated in countries where the system manufacturer did not even know it had a supply chain. This increased complexity has brought with it more potential failure points and higher levels of risk. Yet progress in addressing these risks has been slow. In our 2010 survey of 639 executives covering a range of regions and industries, 71% said their companies were more at risk from supply chain disruption than previously, and 72% expected those risks to continue to rise. In 2018, the United States government stood up multiple agencies and task forces to better address supply chain risk, including the Critical Infrastructure Security and Cybersecurity Agency in the Department of Homeland Security and the Protecting Critical Technology Task Force at the Department of Defense. And the private sector continues to seek a uniform and proven methodology for assessing and monitoring risks in a way that truly minimizes business disruption. We believe public and private sector organizations have struggled to progress significantly on this topic for several reasons. Supply-based transparency is hard, or impossible, to achieve. In modern multi-tier supply chains, hundreds or thousands of suppliers may contribute to a single product. Even identifying the full set of suppliers from the raw material sources to a final assembled system can require a significant time investment. The scope and scale of risks is intimidating. The probability and severity of many risks is difficult to ascertain. How likely are certain weather patterns? How often will a supplier's employee be careless in cybersecurity practices? And therefore difficult to address, quantify, and mitigate. Proprietary data restrictions impede progress. In complex products, Tier 1 or 2 suppliers may consider their supply chains to be proprietary, limiting visibility at the purchaser or integrating manufacturer level. Rather than admiring the problem and these difficulties, we suggest organizations begin to tackle issues in a structured way, cataloging and addressing known risks while improving the organization's resilience for the inevitable unknown risk that becomes a problem in the future. A structured approach to supply chain risk management. We recommend that organizations start by thinking of their risks in terms of known and unknown risks. A structured approach to supply chain risk management. We recommend that organizations start by thinking of their risks in terms of known and unknown risks. Known risks can be identified and are possible to measure and manage over time.